Greetings, everyone. I had a few people ask me a few questions regarding the DIYFish inserts and if they would work. So what I did here is the one that you saw earlier in my previous video. This is the Growing Up Goddess insert that I reduced to 80% to make it a personal size. So I wanted to show you what I had done. In this one right here, this is the version 3 where you have 1 month and 1 booklet. So here you have the month calendar, your month chart, then you have, the first week of, this is June, and then some grid paper, second week of June, grid paper, and so on. This is very similar to the Midori calendar insert. If you get the week on one page, this is exactly what it looks like. So what I did is I tried a few things. The first thing in this blue book is my June. I needed to print the remainder of the year, June, July, August, September, October, November, and December for one of my work notebooks. And I wanted to see if this size would be better, so I wouldn't have as much wasted paper for each day, for each week, and even for each month, because I was using the half page, and sometimes it was good and sometimes it was bad. So what I did for June, if you look, this is June. I printed June the same way I did the Growing Up Goddess. I printed it at 80%. But what you'll see is here is the DIYFish cutting guide for when you have this printed traditional Midori size. So there was a little extra width and just a little extra in the height as well. So I wanted to try and see what it would look like if I printed it at 82%. So just 2% higher. And this is what it ends up looking like. So this is July. So for June I did 80%, and I'm fine with that. And here is July. So if we compare the June to the July, you'll see you actually get, let's see if we can line them up. You get slightly larger squares for the month view. Of course, then that also means your monthly chart is bigger. You can see here exactly how much bigger because of the cut lines. And I used the Marsha Bramucci cutting guide. I just printed it as normal and cut. So there's that. Then, if you look at a week, here is a week at, this is the 82, the brown is 82, and the blue is 80%. So you can see you get quite a bit extra space in the width of each of these. So the DIYFish are really great at the 82% to maximize the amount of her design that you have on the page. So all of these inserts are made from the same paper. The paper that's used to make this, to actually print this on, the insert on, is the Staples Pastels in Ivory. It's a 22 weight paper, so it is a little on the thin side. But, if you're not using fountain ink, if you're using something like I am, like a little Pilot Coletto pen, or a Muji pen, or even, you know, a friction, Pilot friction pen. It works fine. There's hardly any, there's actually no bleed through or ghosting. It's a good paper. Now, all of these covers are originally 8.5 by 11, and they're the Recollections brand that you get at Michael's. And they come in a ton of colors. This one is the one that reminds me the most of the traditional Midori. It's kind of like that thick, cardboardy, cardstock look. And then there's this orangish, and it actually looks greener in real life, but for some reason, you know, through the camera lens, it looks bluer. But it's like a turquoisey, sea foamy, greeny blue color. So I just wanted to show you, you can do it with the DIYFish, but 82% works better than the 80%. Okay, if you have any questions, leave a question in the boxes below, and I will link all of the information that have been in both videos about this original one and about the DIYFish. Okay, thanks. Enjoy.